favorite duo, Morgan
and Madison.
And we are back with another episode of What's the Point? Oh my God. Are we not on CP time all the time? I mean, Jesus Christ. We've just had a fabulous weekend and it's finally summertime and it is Sunday and we are recording today and we'll be uploading today.
Yes.
So bear with us. We're just enjoying the sun and making sure our melanin is popping. But we are back to review another episode of Real Housewives of New York.
Yes. We are here.
Okay, Madison Page.
Yes.
So we're back where we left off last episode.
Woo.
They're still at the Breakfast at Tiffany's party.
Tiffany's party, right.
And they are discussing balls and wieners. And, oh my God.
We go right into it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how the episode cut you. Like after the intro. I mean, here we go. So they're all talking about, male genitalia and reproductive systems and being extremely graphic. And, per usual, Ramona Singer loses it.
Yeah.
She's like, isn't it so sad that Leah has absolutely nothing to talk about except sex? I mean, it's sad, isn't it? Ramona, flips her lid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand because, around certain people, I don't care if they are you a hoe, you a hoe, you a hoe. Let's have a little bit of decorum. I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not prude. At all. Okay, let me tell you something. I'm not. I'm not. But, there's a time and a place, and Ramona just had about enough, and we're at a party and whatever, she's trying to make it nice it was just too much for her. And then Ramona sits back at the table after she flips her lid and then she starts telling Heather Holla about the night before and them arguing and blah blah blah, and then Heather she wants the tea and then everybody it's gonna be on your podcast. They're like, we not telling you nothing, bitch.
Because Heather was like, I want to know what's happening.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Get up in their business.
I mean, it's just too much. It's like, what is it? Like the intro to this show is like 5 minutes long. It's like 37 storylines.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when Ramona goes back over to Leah and then they make up and they're like making out and Ramona tells Leah, she's like, it's just like too much for me. Like, I don't want to talk about penises and wops and this and that. And then Leah's like, well, that wasn't too hard for you to talk about, was it? And then Ramona gets the feather and, and then she's just like, like, Leah, this is huge of me. This is huge. Huge. I'm like, all right, Ramona, we got the reference to the huge comment. All right. She's at least trying.
Yeah.
And then Luann sees that, Leah and Ramona are making up and Sonia's at the end of the table cracking up and Ebony is eating and drinking. She's just like, okay, like, I gotta go. And then she stands up. It's too much for her.
Yeah.
She's got her fose. It's not real rosé. So, she knows the alcohol is about to take into effect and she's gotta go.
Yeah.
And then when she stands up and then Sonia's like, wow, like, you really did it. Like, you win best dressed, Ramona.
Yeah.
There was not a contest!
And if there was, I should won!
Oh, yeah. So, you know how competitive these ladies are. And then, so Ramona and Leah are back at the other side of the table, like making out and talking about wieners and whatever and hot dogs. And
I swear, that's all these
And then
talking about.
Ebony thought that she heard Ramona say that she could take a big hot dog.
Right.
And Ramona loses it.
Yeah.
And then flips out on Ebony. And then, she just got to go. She's like, what happened to class? What happened to elegance? What happened to dignity? I did not say that. How dare you say that, Ebony? And then Ebony's just like, oh my God, Ramona, like, I didn't mean it.
Right.
Like, I thought I overheard that.
Right.
And
she was literally like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, like, to insult you. She was just like, I'm taking it, use it as a compliment to you. Like,
what a way to start an episode.
Woo! For real, though.
New York is, it's hysterical.
It's
so
much. Gotta love them, though.
Yeah, and then the party's basically over.
After that, that's it. That was a Tiffany party.
Yep. So then, cut to the next morning. Okay, remember when Ebony and Leah were talking about Ramona, and then they're trying to make sense of all of it. But I think, my opinion, remember you guys, I have to put the disclaimer on all these episodes. I am commenting on these ladies. It's not my opinion. It's just like we started this podcast because it's like, do you guys see what I see? You know what I mean? Right. And I feel like talking about Ramona being upset over, bad words is just moot. Stop. Like, who cares? Like, she doesn't like it. Leave it alone. Like, whatever. But, they're trying to make sense of all of it. And then Ebony's like, yeah, I just didn't get it because I took all those thirst trap pictures of her last night. And then they do a flashback and then Ramona's like showing her boobs with her pasties on. And then she's got on her underwear and she's like, all on top of, all on top of Leah, poking it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, them flashbacks be killing me. Like, they are on point with
but
the
listen,
flashbacks.
Let her take her picture. She doesn't want to talk about it. Okay? So, whatever. And then, actually at the very beginning of the episode, I started to feel bad for Leah because I just kept watching her. I'm like, she is spiraling. Yeah. That girl is hurting. And, her just, like, getting so upset. And, like, it's like if you even say hi to her, you push a button. And she's not going to talk till 6 o'clock at night. And I'm just like, okay, Leah. But I can tell. And, with the grandmother thing. And they get into it later on in the episode. Oh, my God. But anyway,
I can see that.
But that morning. Okay. And then remember when Ramona goes into Heather Holla's room. And then she's like, listen, I just want to address something. Do not talk about me. Do not talk about me on the podcast. Do not talk about Sonia. It's not nice. She's like, I don't want to be in the press. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's back to the press.
Just like what they said about Ramona like 2 episodes ago. It's always about the press. And if Ramona says that she did something, it really didn't happen because she posts everything she does on Instagram.
Right. 24/7. She is on it.
Oh my God. Oh man. And then I think like at that point, like when they were talking to each other in the morning, I think it like cut to like Luann's house. Yeah. Oh my God. And what did she say? Something about like, we're gonna have food and it's gonna be nude and who doesn't like food and nude? And Luann was just like so excited. And I think it's like the cutest little thing for them to like have like
a perfect idea.
Yes, like like Sag Harbor at Luann's house and outside.
Yes.
And they get to paint a nude model with Garth Lamb Curry. And Luann is just glowing, like getting it all set up. Oh my God! And then it's like Luann like getting ready at her house, and then you've got Sonia and Ramona in the bathroom, and they've got on all their like foo-foo shishi blouses and whatever. They look like they're about to go to like a yacht party in like Turks and Caicos or something. And Heather Holla comes in and she's like, wow, you guys are like really dressed up for painting. Right. And then Ramona's like, oh my God, but we want to look our best for each other. We want to look glam for each other. I mean, we're more glam than you, Heather Holla. Ooh. But like, you still look like chic too. You still look chic. It's like, okay. Oh my God.
All right. You just can't. Yeah. You can't get the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just, you can't. Ooh, she's something else.
Oh my God. And then, so they're ready to rock and roll. And then they go downstairs. And Ramona loses her mind because Ebony and Leah have a whole glam squad downstairs. And then Ramona gets mad because she's like, oh my God, why do you guys have to get so glammed up? When she just told Heather we need to get glam for each other. And that's basically what Ebony like told her. She's like, I'm trying to look my best for you, boo. Like, I'm trying to look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she's trying to explain to Ramona that my texture is not ready. For my standards, yours, like, hold on, let them do this press and curl real quick.
For real,
I'll be ready for you. It's only going to be a minute. I just don't, like, understand, like, why you guys have to get so, like, glammed up and, like, oh my God, when she just told Heather.
Okay. It was like, how long? How long is it going to be?
I'm hungry. Oh my God. She's about to have.
She's hangry, girl. She's hangry.
I mean, she's about to have a white chicks level BF.
Okay.
Oh my God,
she's
Ramona.
What?
So she's all upset, but anyway, they make it to Luann's house.
Right. When and then also with Ramona, she like when she was like leaving them after she was like going off on Ebony and Leah, she like screamed.
Oh yeah,
like, she was
I forgot about that part.
She like screeched like randomly, and then Leah was like, "Okay, there's Ramona, you guys." Like, ladies and gentlemen, Ramona Singer.
I forgot about that part.
Like like even my eyeballs popped out of my head. I'm like, girl, why did she just screech?
She's out of control.
Like she legit just said, "Ah!"
I know.
Walking out the door.
But they did make it to Luann's house. Oh my God. And then Garth's there. And it was so cute because Garth even said hi to Sonia. And then she like skips over to him. And she's like, hi, Garth. You know.
Yeah.
But then Garth had to dip out after everybody showed up, after Leah got there, and Ebony Garth's like, okay, I made the lamb curry. I didn't get the chicken, bitch. I got the lamb. I hooked the shit up, you know. I wore my rugged, you know, lumberjack outfit, coiffed my hair. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I showed up, did my thing.
Posed for the frame.
Right.
And then Garth's like, I gotta go.
Right.
So then he left. Oh my God. But Madison, did you notice Heather Holla's face? Like when all the girls were in Luann's kitchen and then when they were setting up to go outside. Yeah. Heather just looks like she made the worst decision like of her life. She's just like, why did I sign up for this? Like, I don't like these women. I never did. I never got along with them. I thought I could try. I got, you know, beaten by baseball bats the second I walked in Ramona's house. Like, why did she just looks so uncomfortable to me.
Heather.
She really doesn't. She look uncomfortable?
Yeah, she did. Like, she literally struck her in the face when she was just
did.
like with them.
Oh, but my favorite was when Fredo arrived, the musician that Luann got for Sonia, and then even when Luann's like, you know, showing him around, she's like, I got this guy for Sonia, I'm so excited, and then Leah's like, oh my God, here comes your boyfriend. She's like, I don't like artists, I'm an artist. I'm like, Sonia, you've been saying for like 37 years, like, you're an artist, you love artists, artists get you. Right. The second Luann brings an artist, this guy Alfredo Pasta with his Bob Marley t-shirt on, and then his, you know, guitar, you don't want him.
Right.
And then Luann even said that. She's like, listen, I don't understand. She's like, what more can you ask for? He has a penis. She can flirt with him. I mean, he's a guy. Like, what else do you want, Sonia? And she's just like, oh my God, Luann doesn't get me. And Ramona basically said that. She was just like, Sonia wants what Luann has, and vice versa, you know. You took my guy. It's about time, you know. Like, you took my bald guy.
That's my bald
Yeah, that's my bald guy.
That's my bald guy.
Oh my God. But her face did perk up. I felt bad for him, and then he was trying to speak French to her and everything. And, you know, magnifique and this and that. And then Sonia was... I mean, she loves a compliment, but then after that, she was just pissed. I feel like Sonia deep down wants Garth.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God.
I'm sure that was a man of her dreams, but then
oh my God.
And then
and Sonia's probably Sonia's probably gonna think in her brain of some party in St. Bart she met Garth at. You know what, Luann? I forgot to tell you. I went on 3 dates with Garth.
Not I forgot to tell you.
But she would. Sonia totally would. Allegedly. I'm just making fun of her, y'all. I love Sonia. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking hypothetically, but oh my gosh, she's so jelly. And then the nude model arrives, and then Sonia gets so perked up.
Yes.
Oh my God, they're all so nervous.
Oh, that was so funny.
They're like, oh my God, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. So they're all like lights, camera, action. So you've got all these ladies in this beautiful view in Sag Harbor and Luann's backyard. And Luann's daughter and her niece set up all these easels for them to paint this nude model. And they all go to their posts, and they've got their paintbrushes ready. And then the guy's standing there. What do you say?
Yo, he literally, he approaches, it's like this hot guy.
They're all freaking out. They're like, oh my God,
yes.
Oh my God,
of course, they got their wine in their hands.
Like
they ain't never.
Like they are like freaking out. I'm like, aren't you all like the sexual experts of of the world. They're like this nude model.
They were freaking out. They were freaking out. And it was so funny because the guy, you could tell he's done this before.
Yes.
Okay, he's professional because he was like, okay, ladies, you know, I can't take this off myself. And they're like, why not? He's like, I just can't take it off. I need someone to do it for me. And they're like, woo! So
So then she comes skipping over. She's got like tassels on her sleeves and this like floral print top with her new bob. Okay. She like runs over.
Yes. And then she's like, goodness. Right. Okay. Right on time, girl. Oh, that was so funny. And then it was the 1, 2, wow.
And she pulls the sarong off of him.
Yes.
And then Leah's like, oh my God, this is what I was talking about last night. His wiener is longer than his balls. And they're like, oh. Like they like all like lose it. It was like the cutest thing. Like they were all like loving it. And then Ramona, oh my God, look what I got. And it's just like this giant like cucumber, like drawing, oh my God, like very detailed. I was like, dang, look like an anatomy and physiology textbook. Like damn, Ramona,
like,
that
she
was
didn't even
detailed.
get his body. She just got to zoom in on the lower region. Like,
oh my
she
God,
drew that perfectly.
Oh, and it was so funny. Like every time they like flashed to the guy, it was like he was in different pose, and then Sonia, oh my God, can I have like 5 more seconds on that one?
Right.
And then Ramona had just like had about enough. She's like, you know what? I've just like had enough of this. Like I'm just like done. I'm just gonna like sit over here. Like I need to relax. Okay, I just need to like relax. I'm like, what's more relaxing than looking at like a hot naked like Grecian god?
And you guys like on a lakefront.
Yeah, and like painting him like okay, whatever. So she like goes.
Got wine in your hand.
Yeah,
like,
she's
what
like,
got music?
What? She's like had like enough and like goes and sits down. They're like, Ramona, is like everything okay? She's like, yeah, I just like want to like watch this guy like you know like this like beautiful man and like you like beautiful women and like paint with like this beautiful view and like whatever. I'm just gonna like drink and like I need to like sit over here and like relax. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, okay, Ramona, and then like she's sitting over there and then Leah's like, I've like had enough. But actually, I do feel bad for Leah because like her life is like crumbling before her eyes, and it's COVID, and you can't see like your like older like family, like it sucks, and she's in you know Sag Harbor at Luann's house, like you know dealing with these broads. I mean, I feel bad for her, so she's just like you know like I've had enough too, and then they're like sitting over there, and then the guy is like playing the music, and Ramona's talking to Lee, and she's like, oh my God. Oh, like this is like really like moving me. Like, do you think this is like professional like music? Do you think this is like someone who's like a real like singer, or do you think he's like singing like his own like original stuff? And then Leah's like, I'm pretty sure like that's his music. She's like, oh my God, it's like really moving me. It's like sensual. After the whole conversation and blow up they just had, Ramona's talking about how sensual this is. She is moving her shoulders. She turned into like a teenager in the middle of Woodstock. Like she was feeling it. Oh my God.
Rolling, and she was just vibing, hair shaking. You know
she's
how
like,
she
oh
be
my
shaking
God,
her hair.
The music is just like so beautiful, like it's really moving me. And then the guy with like his big veneers is like, Alfredo. He's like, he like comes over, ding 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 ding, ding like with his guitar, and he is straight up cheesing. And then she's like, oh my God, it's just like really like moving me. Like you like don't understand, like you like don't like get it, like this is like so like incredible to me. And he's like, good. Oh my God. And Ramona is just feeling it. And then I forget how it broke, like the scene. And then 2 seconds later, Leah and Ebony and Ramona are inside of Luann's house, and Leah just loses it about her grandmother, and Ramona's trying to comfort her, and she's just like, you know, like I like understand. She was like, no one. She was like, not even Rob, not even your mother, not even your daughter, like understand you like your grandmother does. And Leah's like, ah! And I felt so bad for Leah. It's like, stop it. She's like, oh my God, I'm making it worse. Oh my God, I don't want to make it worse. I'm making it worse. Oh my God. And then you know your grandmother and blah blah blah. I'm like, Ramona, put a sock in it.
Just shut up. Just
put a sock in it already. Show lush, like the Dane Cook joke, you guys. You guys remember Dane Cook? It's like, be quiet.
Oh my God.
Like shushing experts.
Just sit the girl.
Oh my God.
You ain't helping girl.
You are not
that ain't a girl.
helping singer. You are using your stinger. here.
Right. Exactly.
I can't. Okay, so then it's like lunchtime. Right. Uh-oh. Here we go, folks. The moment we've all been waiting for from the trailer for the Real Housewives of New York on Bravo TV. I Can Leave Your House, Luann. Oh, here we go. So, bing, 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 bing.
Oh, my God.
Lunchtime. Okay. Ooh, so before lunch is served, so you've got Heather, Ramona, Ebony, and they're all sitting there. And
right.
So Ramona just made Leah cry, and they're talking about her, and oh my God, she's going through a hard time with her grandmother dying, and blah, 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 blah. You know, talking about Leah. Yeah. And, you know, that was cute, and they were all trying to figure it out, because it wasn't until this episode, I have to be honest. Yeah. I know Leah always acts out, and I felt bad for her, but then I actually put myself in her shoes at this moment, like being in a house with these 4 women. It would drive anybody crazy. Yeah. Yeah. And especially if you can't even call your grandmother. Right. Like, I felt bad. Yeah. So, you know, I think the rest of the cast did too, and I told you earlier. Yeah. We started recording. You know, I actually felt bad for Leah immediately, like a few minutes into this episode. I'm like, oh, dang. Like, she's just spiraling. And I personally don't know. I love Housewives. Yeah. Nobody loves. Obviously. Nobody loves Housewives more than me. No. Oh, my God. What? I could never be one. I like to watch. Yeah. I like to comment. Right. I like to talk about it. Right. I don't think I could ever be in the mix because you don't know. Like, Dorit tried to tell Crystal or Garcelle or whatever. She's like, there's no way you can prepare. PK, there's no way you can, like, mentally, like, prepare, like, to go on, like, Housewives. Like, there's just, like, no way. Like, there really is, like, no way. You know, so anyway, all the girls sit down and they're ready for lunch, and then Luann, of course, all right, she's got her fose, and everybody else has their glasses, and they're raising them to the ceiling, and she's like, all right, we're gonna toast to Garth with the lamb curry, not the chicken, but the lamb, and toast to Garth. The way she says Garth, I'm like, are you sure she's from Connecticut? Right. I'm like, you sure you're not from Wisconsin or Missouri like we are with the Midwest Garth? You be out here. Let's toast to Garth and everybody. But I'm not gonna lie. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna lie. That curry, the way Sonia had that fork in her mouth, and even Ramona, and these bitches have eaten all over the world. That the way they were eating that curry, I was like, look at me foaming at the mouth right now. I got bubbles coming out of my mouth, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus. That looks good. I'm like, Garth, I need some of that. Okay, you know, everybody on Bravo. Bethany, Skinny Popcorn, Brittany and Jax with the beer cheese. Garth needs to sell that lamb curry. Yep. And then Sonia finally gives him a compliment in her little interview. She's like, you know, I finally understand what it is about Luann with Garth. She was like, it's not him, it's the curry. Right. So she's like, you know, the curry. Right. Oh, my God. And then Luann's just like, you know, glowing and feeling on top of the world because Garth, and everybody's eating Garth's food and whatever, and Garth and Garth. I'm like, all right, I'm with Sonia now. That's enough. We need to count how many times they say Garth in an episode. We need to do a drinking game. We'd be like on our behinds. Oh, we'd be on the floor. Garth. As many times as we hear the name Garth, girl, we'd be on our asses. If we had a drinking game, let's do it. Smile on the man's face because she's just so proud of Garth, and he doesn't drink. And, you know, he's just like really like good for me, right? You know? And she's like, whenever, like, and then even Heather told her, she's like, I thought he was younger. She's like, well, I mean, he's like my age. She's like 50, but you know, for her, you know, but Garth, whatever, you know, he matches her speed. And when I tell him that I'm gonna do something like Friday, like he shows up on Friday, like I can like depend on Garth. I'm like, I know, girl, because Garth effed up that curry. Those girls were eating that. So she's all excited, and then, you know how Luann is when she's throwing a party. Wait, how's she laugh? So then Luann, you know, she brings up, like, last night or whatever, you know, and she's like, what was going on? And then Ebony was like, you were being nosy when Ebony had to run out to Ramona, and Ramona was upset because Ebony thought she said she could take a big, and whatever. So, Luann, like, breaks the ice and addresses the big elephant in the room. And then, immediately it triggers Ramona because of Leah's mouth, and it just makes Ramona upset. And she's just like, oh, I just can't, talk about it, Leah. Like, you don't understand. Like, I just, can't, do this anymore. Like, why do you have to, talk about that around me? And then Luann, tries to, play peacemaker and mediator. And she's like, Leah, when you use words like the C word, and Leah's like, I never referred to my vagina as the C word before. And she was like, it's not about that word, you just, don't use those words in public. And then Ramona brings up her daughter, and they flash back to a year ago when Ramona brought Leah with Avery with a couple of her friends, and Leah makes the comment that she's looking for a billionaire with a 9-inch and Ramona's like, Leah, you gotta stop. And then even Avery is like, and I told you guys, Avery is literally Dakota Fanning in Uptown Girls. Like she just can't.
Exactly.
Avery, just cannot.
She cannot. I love Avery.
Oh, they're all fun. That's the thing. I don't have a favorite. They're all just hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
That's why it's an ensemble cast.
Exactly.
And then, so here's how it broke down, y'all. Luann brings up Catholicism and says, Ramona and I grew up, Catholics in a Christian home, and we can talk about these things, but at a certain point, and it's true, cut it off. Leah, what do you have to prove? I feel like I'm 14 sometimes. Listen, I let it hang out and do what I do, and I've been a party girl and this and that, but, you can watch your mouth.
For real.
Watch your mouth. What are you, stop. What are you proving?
You can
you're not Cardi B, okay? Yeah. Or are you? Okay?
What you trying to do?
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they making, monetize it, Leah. Yeah. I don't get it.
And that's the thing, they're curse words in the first place.
Yeah.
Or not curse words, or, just vulgar.
Leah, I feel I am on the old head side. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like sometimes Leah tries to be vulgar on purpose.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's funny, and I get it because she's trying to get a rise out of them. And I'm a goofy, kooky person that says, I'm no saint. Listen, if anybody knows me in real life, I say very inappropriate things. I remember one time I was at work talking to our mom on the phone. I was talking about some man. Excuse me, booby, to my current boyfriend. But I was talking about this was years ago.
Yeah.
I was talking to our mom about some man. I was like, girl, and then and this and this and that. And somebody at work overheard me. They're like, oh my God, are you talking to your mother? I'm like, yeah.
Okay?
I don't care, but just to constantly drill it in. I'm like, Leah, just stop. Stop. Do you talk like that in front of your grandmother? Do you?
Okay, come on now.
Stop. Just have a little RESPCT. Do you want your daughter to talk about, DICKs and balls? And it's fine to talk about those. And I'm Hugh Hefner's biggest fan. And I listen, I'm on Pornhub.com every other day. But that's enough. I don't have to discuss it constantly.
Every single time you see somebody or one of your friends.
Yeah. So anyway, when it comes to this fight at the lunch, so remember, Luann brought up the Catholicism. Then that's when Leah exited stage left. Then after Leah left, Ebony got on Luann.
Okay.
And then that's when Ebony said something to the effect of oh my God, I just don't like when people say Luann, you made the comment about your religion and your upbringing and someone using vulgar language. I don't like that associated with someone being a lady or having class. And then Luann said straight up, oh, it has nothing to do with class. It's more about education. Okay, that's when Luann said that. That was a direct quote. That's what Luann de Lesseps, the Countess, said. And then all of them, oh my God, education. And then Ebony said, well, if, you're going to make that comment, frankly, I have more education than anybody at this table. What? What do you mean? And then even Sonia had her back, and then Sonia's like, she didn't say she's smarter than you. She didn't say she's prettier than you, has more money than you. textbook definition, Ebony is the most educated. And then Ebony, recites her thing. She, her resume. She's like, I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill at 16. I'm like, damn. And then started practicing law at 23 and did this and did that and whatever. And then they're like, how do you know that you have more education than everybody at the table? Did you Google everyone? Ebony's like, yes, I did Google everybody. She's like, matter of fact, at the table. I sure did. So she didn't even lie. And Hala was just like... Heather was quiet. She was. I told you quiet. Heather's uncomfortable. She's like, what the hell did I get myself into with these hoes? And then Leah just like storms in at one point, and then she's like, oh my God, you guys need to stop. You're so hypocritical. You're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, say it, Madison.
Okay. You're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, and you're a hoe. Like, damn, Leah.
So she basically called them all hoes, which...
Like, she literally just pointed every single person
which is true. Because they gotta, allegedly. Listen, Ramona, you're the one that goes on. Madison, remember when you were telling me we were talking about Ramona on her dates?
Yes.
The other day? Like Ramona's always on a date. Like, oh my God, I gotta go on a date. Like I gotta go on a date.
Right.
Like she's got somewhere. She's like, I have like 2 dates today. Like I have like 4 dates today. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I'll have like 1 drink, but I gotta go. Like go on a date.
She's literally at lunch with the girls. She's like, I gotta leave really early, real quick. I gotta go somewhere. Where are you going? I'm going on a date. And then they're like, well, okay. And then they're out shopping. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I love this dress. Oh my gosh, look at the time. I gotta go. Where are you going? I'm going on a date. And it's like every single time they're doing something, she gotta dip because she gotta go on a date. And she be dating like back to back to back. Like she's like, I got 2 dates. I got 3 dates. I got 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner. Like,
I gotta go on a date. Oh my God. But it's true. Like they got hella men and share men and
lined
swap
up.
spits, and I cannot. Ooh, Lord. But she, when Leah comes in, says her piece. Yeah, good for them. I'm not hating.
No.
Like, do your thing.
Yeah.
So, Leah, calls them hoes and then leaves, and we don't know where she went. And then, Ebony, gets into it with Luann, and then they're like, stop screaming. And Ebony's like, I'm not screaming. And then, Luann tells her, I can leave your house. I can leave your house, Luann, whatever. And then Ramona, my ears. Oh my God, I can't take it. You are screaming. No, you really are screaming. And Ebony's like, I'm not screaming. She's like, no, you can't. My ears. And then Ebony's like, okay, your white fragility is literally killing me right now. And she's like, it doesn't have anything to do with my race. It has to do with my ears. And then I can't. It's like too much going on. It's really interesting, you guys, like doing the podcast, and then I've watched the show for 14, 15 years, to have to actually discuss it. I watch it a different way now, because I have to recite it back
every time,
and I have to remember exactly what happened so I can tell the truth. So if you watch it, I'm not lying. It was just so funny. She's like, that's nothing to do with my race. It has to do with my ears. My ears. I'm like, okay, because I make a joke with people all the time because I talk about our mom. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I have a white mom, because people hear how we talk or whatever. Yeah, they're like, and I'm like, yeah, my mom's white, and they're like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. I'm like, she is not white, but if they hear her on the phone, they would totally be confused. They're like, oh my God, Morgan, that makes so much sense. And sounds like our mother, because our entire life, even as of 5 minutes ago, stop, my ears. So just like Ramona.
Okay.
My ears, but I'm turning into her because I'm like, oh my God, my ears. Like I just can't. My ears. Like I'm not going out. Like I can't anymore. Like I'm done. Like my ears.
Are just like that though.
And then Luann tells her, she's like, don't go after her race. And then Ebony says something to Luann like, well, I know you're not about to go after mine. And then Luann was real quick. She was like, oh no, honey, I wouldn't dare. She said that faux. She was like, oh honey, I wouldn't dare. And then Ebony was throwing it back at her, but not Dallas. Luann de Lesseps. Not her. Okay. Not you. Okay, Luann de Lesseps, not Leanne. It's about 355,000 bajillion housewives.
Ooh, there's so many of them.
Yeah, but
so many.
But Luann was being real quick with Ebony. She's like, no, I wouldn't dare. Why would you go after her race? Yeah. And then Ebony, gets upset. And I feel like it was just a defense mechanism because Ebony had just had like too much, and then Luann says, "You're an angry woman." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Lord.
Hiroshima.
Ooh.
Listen, y'all. It's just a trigger for black women because everybody thinks we are angry. You had to deal with some of the things black women deal with. I mean, bitch, you be angry. But I fight that every day. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so pleasant. I mean, I have the personality of SpongeBob, and people make fun of me. I don't take offense. I think it's funny too. You know, like I'm like pretty self-aware. Yeah. But being called angry, it's just a trigger, and everybody's learning. You know, and oh God, but Luann that did it. But then Ebony, because I was watching Wendy Williams, because the day after this episode came out, I was like, well, I know Wendy saw this.
Okay.
And she has Luann on all the time to interview her. And then they cut each other off, and it's just hysterical. But Wendy really likes her, but they be getting... I'm like, damn, Wendy, chill out. Like, let Luann, advertise her Giovanni and shit. Like, damn.
She's the guest.
Yeah.
You invited her.
You know how Wendy is. I love her. Yeah. But anyway. It's true, Ebony, you started it. You said Ramona's white fragility, and as a black woman, I understand you just felt like backed up against a corner and all of them were coming at you at once. And it was the one thing you had to say, and it's true, Ramona's ears and her white fragility. And I get it. Okay, but you started it, and then Luann even said, like, oh, no, girlfriend, like, I'm not going near that. And then Ramona, and everybody's ears hurt, and Ebony,
and this is all happening
screaming.
at once.
It's all happening
like, this is all happening at once.
Oh my God. And then, Ebony was the one that started it, and then Ebony's pushing Luann about the race thing, and Luann's like, oh no, girlfriend, I'm not even stepping to that. Like, I'm not going there. I'm not doing it. Like, I know you wish I would, but I'm not. No way. And called her angry, and we'll see what happens next week. I don't know, but apparently Ebony took her social media down. I don't know if it's back up now. I haven't checked. Yeah. But the backlash that she was anticipating from this, and you see in the trailer for next week, she's in the room telling Leah, Luann called me an angry black woman, and then Leah, Leah with her little Kim outfits. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh my God, I'm so sorry for you, girl. No, she didn't. I'm like, Leah, what you about to do? No, she didn't. I'm like, all right. So I don't know, you guys. We'll see what happens next week. And I don't really have a comment. We just told you. Isn't that what happened? I'm not. Listen, you guys. I tell people this 30 times a day. Madison will agree. She's my sister. I'm animated, but I'm not exaggerating.
Exactly. No,
this is exactly what happened.
This is what happened, y'all.
So I don't have a comment, but I had to remember the sequence of events with the comments that were made.
Right, because that's what definitely was focused on.
Yeah, but that's what happened, and Ebony, we'll see. I hope she's on Watch What Happens Live soon, so I can see what she has to say about this.
Right. When are they going to put her on?
I don't know.
I'm sure
she
soon.
was on when they did the premiere, because all of them were on.
They
Andy
were
will have her.
Yeah, I'm like, it'll be soon.
But anyway, that's what happened. What an episode. I need some water.
Okay.
My mouth is dry.
Okay.
So anyway, you guys, we will come back in a jiffy with our review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Get into it, because this episode...
Ooh, there's a lot to talk about.
And I actually changed my mind from last week.
Yeah.
On Cristal.
Ooh, really? Yeah. Very interesting episode.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe and like, leave a comment, and tell your friends.
Bada bing.
And let's get us up. We are over 50.
Ooh,
it's only been a couple weeks.
That's awesome.
Let's get to 100. Let's get to 5. Let's get to 5.
Yeah.
Let's get to 5.
Okay.
Come on, you guys.
Period.
Let's get to 5. And we'll see where this goes. It's this whole community of what's the pointers. We don't know what the point is, but I know you guys feel us, and you're part of our tribe. So thank you again for listening to another episode of What's the Point. It's your girl Morgan and
Madison,
and we are over and out. Bye.